Vulnerable and isolated, difficult to access services, especially now during the lockdown. They claim that their needs as people living with a disability are ignored. 56-year-old Marie Khumalo has suffered epileptic seizures since her teenage years. When she was 12 years old, she had an attack and fell into an open fire. She suffered burns on her head and feet. Her movement was affected. Decades later, she still does not have a wheelchair. Khumalo's guardian says walking to the clinic takes her 4 hours. With a wheelchair, it will only be 30 minutes. When we get to the clinic, we queue for medication. After a while, we are told her medication is not available. Again, we walk another 4 hours back home, and along the way she passes out. I have to revive her. She gets tired. I have to let her rest until we reach home. The Provincial Department of Social Development says necessary arrangements have been made for people living with a disability during the lockdown.
Since the lockdown, as a department, we have, in actual fact, before, we have established the disability forums. So those forums, since the lockdowns, we have spoken to them to make sure that they arrange screening and testing of people who are living with disabilities.
However, Rekadira Disability Forum says little is being done for them.
There's no anything it is happening, it's just the quiet, it's dusty like this, no services, no nothing. They declare us, they declare even our rights of persons with disabilities, but they say, they emphasize that person with disability is a first priority in the government. Nothing about us without us, ma'am.
The Disability Forum has also raised concerns about the fate of learners living with a disability, saying many do not attend school as available scholar transport is unsuitable. The forum is appealing to government to intervene and address the challenges faced by people living with disabilities. Mpho Lepedi, Boikhutso, near Lichtenburg.